Okay, so hello and welcome. Today we are talking about goals. Happy New Week. Today is Sunday, so happy Sunday. And if you catch this and it's not Sunday, happy new day and whatever day of the week it is to you, okay? So I'm going to talk about 4 reasons of why you may find that you're not reaching the goals that you have in place for yourself. And so it's a lot going on, right, in the world. Things are changing constantly. So sometimes we do find that it's difficult to reach our goals, me included, right? So this is just a quick little checklist. This is going to be a two-part series. So this is part one. 4 reasons why you aren't reaching the goals that you have for yourself. Number one is the goals you're creating are too vague, okay? They're too general, too vague. So when you don't know where you're going, obviously it's going to be hard to get there, okay? So many people set themselves up for failure by setting an unclear general goal. I want to make more money. I want to lose weight. I want a spouse. All of these things are good goals, and just because you find that you haven't already accomplished that, that doesn't mean that you're unworthy. That does not mean that you do not have favor with the Lord. That does not mean that you're not motivated or that you lack discipline. It's just a matter of your goal is too general. Like for instance, if you want to make more money, how much money are we talking? You just want to make a few extra bucks an hour, or you want to increase your bottom line by 5K or 50K. You want to lose weight. Again, how much weight? Do we want to lose 20 pounds? Do we want to lose 100 pounds? What type of weight are you talking about? Actually take the time out to go over your goals in detail and set a specific goal, okay? That was a golden nugget. Make sure you're taking notes. I'm going to be dropping a few gems along the way, as well as ways to fix your goal so that you can find more success for yourself. I know that was a lot. You can always pause me, go get your notebook and pen, and come back, okay? So back to your goals. And so my last example was maybe you find that you want to find a spouse or a special mate. What kind of special mate do you want? What type of life do you want? When do you want the special mate? So I'm sure you're saying now, but let's get into that part. Because your goals are so vague, what I recommend is creating SMART goals. So that's going to bring some structure to your goal. A SMART goal is, number one, making sure that your goal is specific. Number two, making sure that your goal is measurable. Making sure that that goal is achievable, realistic. And lastly, the T is for time deadline. Sit down, go back over all your goals that you have for yourself, and make sure that they're SMART goals, right? So that takes us to the second point. In 1 second. Alexa, next. Okay, so second point is lacking a higher purpose. Your goal is not attached to a higher purpose. So goals can be technically set on any topic, right? But if your goal doesn't have a higher purpose, it makes it easy to give up when you start to hit roadblocks. So connecting your goal to a higher purpose helps you to get through the rough points, okay? So, how does your life change when this happens? When you're able to really achieve the goal that you set for yourself, how does your life change? What does life look like with that goal achieved? You have to remind yourself, and you have to fully know what that higher purpose is for your goal, okay? So, my quick tip or my fix for this would be to set SMART goals, but not only to set a SMART goal, but ask yourself, how is this goal relevant to your life and what it is that you want to achieve for yourself? So that was number 2. So let's go to number 3. So number 3 is going to be procrastination. So Even if you have a SMART goal, even if your goal is attached to a higher purpose, if you never start on your goals, they're never going to happen. You have to, you know, get some movement. We have to start moving on our goals, right? And so, one of the most dangerous phrases is, and I'm guilty of this too, guys. I'm not just talking at you. This happens to me. I've worked through it. So, this applies to me as well. One of the most dangerous phrases is, I'll do it later. I've definitely said that. I'll do it later. No, make sure you're doing it now. Do everything that you can now. Learn to stop putting things off and procrastinating, okay? And let me just add one thing. Another route to procrastinating is perfection. Everything just has to be so perfect and pretty before you start. No, get started now. So maybe a goal is home ownership, and I'm just giving goals, right? So make this work for your goals is what I'm saying. So maybe your goal is home ownership, and I just told you you have to start now. So maybe you're not going to run to the bank and buy the house tomorrow, or maybe you will, okay? Goals, right? But most people aren't. What can you do now that's still working on that goal? You can start to work on your credit. Pull your credit, get serious, go through your credit profile, and today write out letters to whoever they need to go to and start to fix that so that it works on your bigger end goal, which is home ownership. So that brings me to my quick fix. Break your goal down. Break your goal down into small, bite-sized pieces that ultimately lead to the bigger goal so that you can get started today. Maybe you want to have a shop. Maybe you want to own a boutique. What can you do today to get you closer to that goal? You know? So, my last point for today, this is going to be broken down into two parts. So if you don't know who I am, my name is India, and I'm a lifestylist and confidant. And what that means in simple terms is I help you take care of that gray space between where you are, that's one side, and where you want to be, that's the other. And in between, that's you and me together doing the work to get you where you want to be. Okay? So, last and final point. And let me do add, if you're not following Living Well with E, make sure you follow. Number 4 is you're not taking responsibility. So things will go wrong. Yeah, that's a part of life. But when something goes up, you don't achieve your goal, right? So for instance, who do you blame? Your boss kept you working late, and your thing is after work you're going to work on your business. Or maybe you were going to the gym and you woke up, it's pouring down raining. So for instance, you might say, okay, it's pouring down raining, I can't work out today. I've definitely said that. You have to still take responsibility for your goal. So maybe your goal, you weren't able to take that same route to making your goal happen. So maybe now you have to work out from home. Maybe because you worked late, you didn't have time to focus on your business. Maybe you need to bring some work from home with you to work. That way, that little time you have left, you can just sit at your little area and use your off time to focus on yourself versus having that excuse of, I'm so dog tired. By the time I get home, I'm not going to work on my business. Still have accountability on your goals. And when you find that you actually require that responsibility and accountability of yourself on your goals, you're going to become more creative. And that's a good thing, because that creativity is what's going to keep you going, and you're going to make it happen. I might not even know how, but you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure out how do I make this happen for myself? How do I make this goal happen? So this is part 1. Let me know if you enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them below in the comments or DM me. Let's talk about it. And ultimately, I want to get you to your goal. So if you find that you have not really been achieving, or let's be honest, setting goals for yourself, go ahead and grab my free download, which is titled The Time Is Now. It's an audio training along with a mini workbook to get you back where you need to be, which is goal setting so that you can truly create the life that you want. All right, guys, until next time.